Two Jack Bros! Two Jack Bros!
Welcome back to Two Jack Bros, and if it is your first time, welcome to you, and thank you for giving us a shot. I am Sidney. I am sitting next to Ansley.
Hello.
And today our guest is none other than the Erik Terrell.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You gave this stand-up guy plug there.
Yeah.
I'm with the Sidney Cat.
Hell yeah.
The
Hell yeah.
Ansley.
And then you can check Erik Terrell out on what he just mentioned, his podcast, Stand Up Guys, with a friend of the Two Jack Bros podcast, Jake Matera. Matera and Erik Terrell do Stand Up Guys. And then you can also check out Terrell's Top 5, where he brings on how many guests each time?
3. Usually 3 guests.
Yeah.
Each
and they all
episode.
discussed a top 5 of a situation.
Right.
A good time. Had by all. And listen, I would be remiss if I didn't mention you have a stand-up special on what platform?
Amazon Prime.
Goddamn right, Amazon Prime. Live at Helium. Check out Erik Terrell's stand-up special as well.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Check it out, please.
Nailed it.
This guy's a busy guy.
Yeah.
This guy's a busy guy. Yeah, and be sure to also check out our Patreon. $1 gets you all of our exclusive content. More on that later. Erik,
Yo.
what's up?
What's happening, man? What's happening? I'm so glad to be here. The air feels good in this room.
Yes.
Yeah.
We try to make it a transformative experience when you walk into this room.
It's pretty transformative.
Yeah.
And then Ansley gave me the history of the chaos of the kids not using it as much, and so you kicked them out and said it's not y'all's room anymore. I don't know how much I'm allowed to share on the podcast.
That's you come in. Our kids know you're going to go into a room that used to be theirs. So they stare daggers at you. You feel the heat from our kids. And you come in here and you're just like, oh my God, this feels so much better. This is so much better. People don't seem to be indifferent towards me in this room.
Yeah.
This is, yeah.
Oh man, Finn would kick my ass.
I mean, it could be a close, but I think you got him. I would put my money on you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love my son, but I put my money on you. But so, Erik,
That's hilarious.
Do you know what we do on this podcast?
Do I know how long?
No. Do you know what we do on this podcast?
Oh, well, so it's a very introspective podcast, right? And we talk about me.
Yes.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
We talk about me. How about that?
Yeah. So, and if it is your first time listening or watching, the premise of this podcast is to prove that you can have a dark sense of humor, or just any sense of humor, and still reach enlightenment or a higher consciousness. So what we do is we take our guest, who today is you, Erik Terrell, through the process of enlightenment so that you, the listeners, and Ansley and myself can laugh our ways to a higher consciousness. Are you okay with that, Erik?
I'm okay. I'm
cool.
I'm okay with it. Two Jack Bros is the shit.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It's funny. I was just mentioning to Ansley how you can have the same questions and it's a completely different podcast.
That's our favorite part.
Right. Like each episode.
We don't have to do anything different each week.
What are the questions? Oh, that's them. That's them.
Yeah. So everybody gets the same questions. And Ansley,
Yes.
let's get started.
So, Erik, what situation or event did you learn the most information from?
The most information? What situation? I think arguments. I have like a big fear of arguments because and I realized that growing up, people like showered me with like positive words of affirmation, which is I think how that became my love language. My love language is words of affirmation now because I think that's kind of what I've always got.
Compliments.
Compliments. That's my love language. Yeah, that's it. And so like I've always had a weird experience. Like my body goes through a weird thing when people are displeased with me, and when people express like any kind of annoyance or displeasure with something I'm doing or saying, then that like triggers me. Like me triggering people triggers me. And so it's like that started happening over and over again when I started dating Candace, my wife.
Yeah.
And so,
Wait, but you ended up marrying her. She didn't speak your love language.
right.
What
She does
dialect?
now.
What dialect of love language was she speaking when you first met?
What dialect of language? Well, I think it was more so. It was more so acts of service and, which is her love language. So we instinctively speak the love language that that we appreciate the most to other people.
Yeah.
And so she was speaking her love language of acts of service to me. I
Yeah.
think
Like she'd do nice things for you.
Yeah,
Like,
she would always do nice things, and there was a lot of physical touch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So her love language was acts of service, and your love language was don't be mad at me.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I love it. Okay. Just out of curiosity, did you grow up with a mom and a dad in the house?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They didn't argue though. Like I don't have experience with people arguing.
Yeah, Ansley and I kind of recognize that, since we don't argue in front of our kids, it's really important that we yell at them. you can't grow up with both.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't grow up with like not having your parents argue and not being yelled at. Then you know what happened, Eric.
Yeah. Right. You
Yeah.
can't. You can't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
you know what happened. I know what happened.
yeah. So how did you? So you and your now wife, I guess, were arguing.
Yeah.
And but
yeah.
you clearly you loved her to
More
the point.
like you were annoying her.
Yeah,
Were you
yeah,
arguing, or were you? She
Yes.
was just being like,
She was
you were
arguing
being annoying
with you about.
Yeah.
She was very validly arguing at you. And clearly you cared about her to the point where you wanted to be with her, so you had to figure out your way through this communication barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how did you figure that out?
Just
Stop
stuck with
fucking
it.
up.
Yeah, I didn't stop fucking up. Still fucking up.
Yeah.
Probably fucked up something today that I didn't realize that I'll find out when I get home.
Hell yeah.
We definitely get through it so much smoother though.
Yeah.
Now. We love counseling. We need to do another counseling. It's you know. And I promise I'm not doing a bit. This is a bit, but I promise I didn't plan on doing it. Like saying this.
Yeah, speak your truth, dog.
But you can go to counseling, like couples counseling, like when your relationship is going fine. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be falling apart for you to go. You can just go so that you don't have to save your marriage. And so that's what we did, and it helps. We need to do another one. We haven't done one in a while. But yeah, so
No, we're still fine though.
yeah, it's still fine. Or that's what we tell ourselves along the way. We're like, it's fine. We just want to go with it. Everything's fine.
The whole ride. Just yeah, we're fine, right? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
Are we fine? Yeah.
Sure, we're fine.
Aren't we?
If you think we're fine, we're fine. We're fine, right? So counseling has helped you out.
Yeah. We're better at communicating. Yeah, a lot better at communicating.
Okay. That's just a heads up. You can do a lot of things to help your relationship before it's falling apart.
Yeah.
Just a heads up.
Yeah.
Don't wait until you're falling apart. But yeah, so go ahead, Eric.
It can always go better. Mm-hmm. Your relationship can always be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot. You're either improving things or things are getting worse. Like there's no just holding a steady line. So if you're not working on it, then it's getting worse. Like
What
you know
the
what
fuck?
I mean?
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. Yeah, for sure. And so yeah, we your question was like how do we get through it? So we just work it out.
Okay.
We just talk through it.
Now, has the being able to talk through that stuff with your wife, has that bled into other areas of your life where there's also an impact? I mean, because you are a comedian, you
Right.
live in the art of communication, and so now that you and your wife are communicating better, do you feel like that has affected your stand-up in any way, or just like your relationship with friends and stuff?
Little bit, yeah. It's I struggle with my time. I mean, that's like making time for comedy and my relationship, like I look up and it's like, man, I don't even have kids yet.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, I don't, when that happens, I don't know. It's just, so.
Don't even worry about it. When you have kids, the idea of what time is warps. You don't even know what time is
Wow,
anymore.
what the fuck?
It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. I'm sure that's true. The idea of what time is.
You're like existing like in that area. Like in Back to the Future, they'll be in one place and then they'll be in the past, right?
Yeah.
That place in between, that's where parenting is. Like, you don't know what the fuck. You don't know where you're gonna end up. It's pretty. Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time.
But time wasn't like what you asked about. I mean, so I mean, that's how my relationship with like my friends and stuff has changed, more so than anything else. But I'm sure you were talking about kind of like, like people being mad at me or, working through stuff and communication and everything. And that I don't think has changed my relationships with other people though, at all. Or maybe a little bit. I'll tell you, well, one reason it has changed, I did have a little, kind of I would say maybe a falling out with a friend a couple days ago. I still, like, I've learned how to get through it with her, but that's our communication and our, like, chemistry. I still don't know how to get through that with other people.
Gotcha.
So I'm the same person I've been with other people. I can't really apply, what I've learned in terms of our communication patterns with other people. So I still don't know how to handle it when other people are mad at me.
Okay. Yeah. I can always like rest on the idea that at least your wife isn't mad at you.
Yeah, there you go. That works.
I mean, that works. You text her real quick, like, "Hey, me and my homeboy are having a disagreement. Are we cool?" I just need to know if I need this friendship or not. Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, it's probably made my communication with others worse. It's because like I'm not gonna tolerate like disrespect that if other people are talking to me disrespectfully because they're mad at me about something. It's like, oh, I don't need this relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You can stay mad at me, just don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Okay. So how would you say then that arguing, like if you had to distill the information that you got from arguing into like one sentence or like a tagline, what would you say that is? And keep in mind, if you're listening, this arguing he's not arguing his whole entire life. He's been, showered with praise and compliments until he met his now wife.
Yeah, unhealthy.
Now he's dealing with arguing. And so how would you say, what is the information that you got from that?
The information that I learned from, I would say that it's okay. First of all, it's okay to fuck up, and there's always an area where that you don't know whether you're like right or not. First of all, right and wrong is an unhealthy way to look at arguments. And it's always like us versus the thing. That's what you got to make it. You got to transform it into, we're a team. How can we attack whatever's annoying both of us about this thing, whatever the thing is, so that we're not as annoyed next time.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I can imagine us trying this technique. We'd be like, so Sidney, me and you need to get on the same page about how annoying you are.
That's what it turns into. Yep, that's it. And then instantly the line's drawn, and it's like me versus you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're hopping back in. So I learned that it's like like if that line is drawn, like immediately just take the blame and just find where you can take the blame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to like, it's okay to do that. It's okay to not be right. It's okay to for a moment be a fuck up.
Yeah. That's a good, you don't realize how much that does hinder people. Like the idea of them not wanting to be the fuck up.
Right, because if you're keeping score, like a lot of people I think go into relationships keeping score, like, all right, you messed up once, so now I get to mess up, but I can't mess, but if you're willing to take it on, it's like, you can't keep score anymore.
Right, yeah. If you remove that fear of fear of being the fuck up, I would say fear of fucking up, but no, it's not that. It's fear of being talk to like a fuck up.
Yeah. It's also kind of funny where it's like, look, sweetheart, I kind of have a fear of keeping score in a relationship and having a low score. So I think we should just not have scores anymore. I think my score is too low for us to have scores. It's not fair. But yeah, that's I'm okay, cool. Well, first of all, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
You know,
You know.
very impactful stuff, applicable stuff.
Yes.
You know, and so Erik, from here on out, all of the questions are associated with opening up your chakras from the ground up. The first chakra, the survival chakra, the root chakra is located in your butthole. You cool with that?
Yep. Chakra
Cool.
in the butthole.
Yep. For us, verbal confirmation, we're good.
Yep.
We're good. It's legally binding in Pennsylvania, by the way. That's why we record here. All right, so Ansley,
Yes.
let's get it.
So Erik, how did you learn to overcome fear?
How did I learn to overcome fear?
Mm-hmm.
Did I overcame it? Did I? Oh man. Well, yeah. I don't think who said it. Did the Princess Diaries? It was on Princess Diaries. You don't like.
Well, we don't know what you're gonna say yet. So.
I forget what movie it was. I think it was on Princess Diaries. But she said something like you don't you feel the fear, like you ignore the fear. Mm-hmm. I'm butchering the quote.
But I feel like you're trying really, really hard to make it seem like you barely seen this movie.
Well,
Erik, you've seen the movie Princess Diaries. You love it. It's okay. It's okay to fuck up, and it's okay to love the Princess Diaries. So you don't feel the fear, you ignore it. Was the quote you think?
No. It's funny you said I'm trying hard to seem like I've barely seen the movie, because it's exactly what I was doing. But the truth is, I haven't seen it.
Nice. Nice.
I just remember it being on and it being said in the movie.
But I've got the quote for you. You guys ready?
Yes.
Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something is more important than fear.
That's exactly what it is. And in my head, I knew it.
I love though that your interpretation of it was like, just ignore the fear.
Ignore the fear. You ignore it. Like you feel the fear and you just, it's not that you Yeah. So, long answer. The way that you deal with fear is you realize that there are more important things to fear, so you deal with. So you ignore that fear. Short answer: how did you learn to deal with fear? The Princess Diaries. That is Erik's answer. Princess Diaries. Ignore that shit. I mean, we have a little stage fright every time before we go on stage, and we still go on stage.
Yeah, you gotta ignore that. Ignore the fact that you literally just forgot everything you wanted to say and do on stage. You gotta ignore it. And get on stage. Exactly. Yeah. So
why do we do that? Before we go up, we're always like, what am I gonna say?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It's like right when they call my name, I blank out. It's like, all right.
That whole set list. I just spent 20 minutes
memorizing it, ignoring social interactions because I was trying to memorize this list that I just forgot as soon as they said my name.
I never forget. It was Sidney Gant who told me in the green room at Helium one day. He was like, you can just walk through Center City saying, like, doing your act, and people don't care. No. And I've tried that a couple times.
Yeah. You know how many people, like, how many violent looking people are walking around muttering nonsense?
Yeah.
At least you're pleasant. You know what I mean? It's like, at least you're not scary. Yeah. So, Erik, can you remember a time in your life when you were the most scared? Like, any time from, like, childhood till now?
Oh, that's by far when I proposed to Candace. Oh, yeah.
What? So, before we get into why
the answer to every question you're going to ask is Candace. Fucking Candace.
So, before we get into the fear of it, how did you just like give us the overview of this romantic way that you proposed? Just the cliff notes. Was it candlelit dinner?
Oh yeah. It was very. Women love it. I think. I don't know if they really care much about the details. Some of them say it doesn't matter, but because my wife disagrees when I say this. I don't know if she's just giving me my love language and be like, oh, no, it was fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. It was great. I loved it. But I think it was a completely shitty evening.
Yeah.
The only thing magical about it was that I invited people over, like, without telling her. Like, so.
Oh, so you surprised her.
Yeah, surprised
So
her.
some
like,
of it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Like, yeah. So, my best friends and her best friends and a few family members were all in our house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and she was coming back from work. She had, like, hoodie on, some tights, and she had a long day. She was like annoyed, and she was like annoyed on the phone because I like had her on speakerphone.
Oh no!
Like while everybody was in the room being quiet,
And he was looking at them like, see what I'm. This
Yeah,
is how she be talking to me.
Yeah, and so I was at the door, gave her a hug, immediately went down to a knee, and so she knew what was happening. Like, as she opened the door, and we popped champagne and played some music, and I had a fun little evening.
Okay.
With everybody over.
How many steps into the door did she get?
Oh, probably like 0.
Oh,
like maybe 1.
Door still open?
Door still open on the doorstep.
Yeah.
I think it was still open. We might have. No, I think I did close it. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
closed it. Yeah.
Creepy.
Creepy. A little creepy.
So let me close this behind you real quick.
Yup. That's exactly how it looked. Really strange.
Yeah, can you just slide your body to the side so I
Yeah.
can just close this?
He's filming from that way. Can you just like scoot this?
All right, nice. So now why were you so scared?
I don't know. Yeah, I like, and I was saying that like before she opened the door. I'm like, why the fuck am I like petrified right now? I was like, I knew she was gonna say yes.
Yeah.
But it was fucking nerve wracking, and I'm like, I've never been this nervous before going on stage or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking nerve wracking. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, that is I mean, there's a lot of things going on in that moment.
Yeah.
You're about to step into an unknown future. For some reason, people really maybe it does happen for some people, but I think there's an idea that once you're married, everything changes. Right? I think that's what society tells us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everything changes once you're married, and if you don't know what that change is, and you're about to go into it, you're leaving all of the stuff behind, going into this unknown world of whatever the fuck marriage is.
Right.
And this is like setting the tone for it. Like you're trying to make this, like your surprises are hard to pull off anyways.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot of anxiety.
Yeah,
with surprises.
Yeah.
And then
I also didn't have like a script. Like I didn't know what I was gonna.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm just.
You went off the dome.
Yeah. I was like, I'm just gonna say some things.
Yeah. Did you keep it because of that? Did you keep it very simple, or did you be like, yeah, I really loved you a long time? Did you have a little speech before "Will you marry me"?
No, it was really simple.
Okay.
Yeah. It was really. It was probably like 2 sentences long.
Yeah.
My vows at our wedding was longer.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, Eric, we will consider that a fear chakra unlocked.
Nice. Appreciate it.
No, thank you. We appreciate you doing that.
Right.
Yeah, this
I did.
Yeah, you're doing us the
Yeah.
favor. So, Ansley, let's go.
All right. So we are to the pelvis chakra.
Ooh.
So, Eric, this is a segment we like to call My Bad. It's an opportunity for you to apologize to a person, place, or thing in order to set your karma back to neutral.
So, listen, Candace.
Baby, I'm sorry.
We just got done doing. Oh, hold on, there's too many sounds in the beginning of that. Whoa. We just got done doing Erik Terrell's Patreon episode. So much fun. Enlightening his shadow self was probably the best thing I've done all week. Yeah, what a good time. Eric, did you have fun?
Yeah, I had fun. I was gonna give it away. No, I had fun.
Yeah. All right, cool. And it's only $1 that gets you all of our exclusive content, which not only includes the counter to this podcast you're watching right now, which we call Two Jack Bros After Dark, where we enlighten our guests to Erik Terrell's shadow self. But we also get fight commentary and analysis that we do in Ansley's Jiu Jitsu matches. And we're going to just try to do some of her other roles and maybe some of my roles and maybe some, of our friends' roles and stuff too. And I think that'll be a good time. And $1, all of our exclusive content. And now we're going to get back to this episode and find out who or what Erik Terrell has to apologize to.
Apologize for?
Yeah,
to a person, place, or thing in order to set your karma back to neutral.
Set my karma back to neutral. So I'm gonna go with Nick. I'm gonna go with my buddy Nick. Yep. Because
wait, you need to text Candace and see if that's okay with her real quick?
Yeah. Almost did it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. But anyway, yeah. So
yeah, Nick.
Yeah. Apologize to this nigga, man, because he was pissed. You're gonna laugh when I tell you why he was angry with me, right? Because I told him I wouldn't give him his fantasy league back. He was the commissioner. Mm-hmm. He decided he didn't want to be commissioner anymore. Gave me his fantasy league, and now he wants to come back into the league. And I said, you can come back into the league. You can come back into my league.
Yeah.
But she can't be commissioner.
And he wants to assume the throne? He thinks he should come back into the...
Yeah. Now. Yeah. And so he was offended that I didn't want him to be commissioner. And so then I said, okay, I'll give you the league back if you continue to... Do you play fantasy?
No, but I have questions, but I think you're about to answer them. I don't really know much about fantasy, but go ahead.
Okay.
So as long as you continue to...
So PPR is a fantasy setting, points per reception.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't like PPR.
Yeah.
When he left the league, I said no PPR. I said if you come back to the league, you can be commissioner again if it remains no PPR.
Okay.
Right. If you don't make it PPR again.
So was that the only thing that as a commissioner... As his during his reign, is that the only thing you disagreed with, or were there other things about his reign that you feel like you fixed in your time?
Yeah, no. I mean, I just think I'm
better commissioner.
I mean, yeah, just nicer, you know.
Okay. Okay.
But no. But yeah, that's really it. Just PPR.
Yeah. All right. And did you give it back to him?
Yeah, I gave it back to him and left the league. I said I'm going to start my own league.
Yeah. Did you start your own league?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No PPR. PPR.
Just for anybody looking to join Erik Terrell's league.
Oh yeah, come on, join.
Know what you're getting into.
It's called More Than Elite.
All right, More Than Elite. And
Yep.
where, is it on a specific like fantasy football platform? I don't know.
NFL.com.
NFL.com.
Yeah.
More Than Elite.
Yeah. The name of his league is Elite and Company.
God. Yeah,
A little petty.
Yeah, you should be apologizing for that. That was spot on. Great apology.
I could have gave him his league back a little better than that.
Yeah. Okay. Erik, that is an apology chakra unlocked. That's how you do it, people. When you come on Two Jack Rose to unlock an apology chakra, that's it. That's how it's done. Man, more than
could have gone better about that.
Yeah.
And he reminded me as I was doing this that I told him I would give him the league back when I took the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
You agreed to foster the league.
Yeah, I agreed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did I do that? I think I did say that. I think I did. So yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah, for sure. Damn. Pelvis chakra unlocked.
Yeah.
Ansley, keep it moving.
All right, Erik, we're at the gut chakra. So how do you move past disappointment either in yourself or loved ones?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm a spiritual person. I just pray about it and let time heal.
Yeah.
You know?
We're just going to leave that in God's hands?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry I messed up. We're just going to leave that in God's hands.
Right.
Yeah. So how does that, I mean, is there a specific prayer and this is for people who are not necessarily as spiritual or as religious, like when you do pray on a situation like this, do you pray specifically, or is there a prayer you say?
Yeah. I just talk to JC, you know.
Yeah.
Just holla at him. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In my voice, you know, just like I'm talking right now. And so, could you say it one more time? You said disappointment in myself or others.
Yeah.
Like how do I?
How to move past it? How do you get through it? Like how do you deal with those emotions?
Yeah. You know, I do some unhealthy things too, like drink more than I should. And that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you pray and drink.
Pray and drink at the same time. I don't know. Yeah.
Yes.
Let some tears out.
So I always like to, in this section, ask people this question. So growing up, like, did you ever play a sport or do any performance art things where you like had a disappointment that still plagues you to this day?
A disappointment that still plagues me not really. I mean, some things still haunt me. Like, you know, I had family members walk out of a comedy show. That haunts me a little bit.
When you were on stage, or when?
Well, I wasn't on stage, so.
Had you gone yet?
I hadn't gone yet.
Okay, but then they left you. They couldn't. They didn't like the vibe, and they were just
yeah.
They didn't even give you an opportunity to disappoint them.
Right. Yeah. So that was weird, right?
Yeah.
And then another time I had some friends come to a comedy. I don't know why this is about people coming to comedy shows, but I had some friends come to a different comedy show that was just awful. It was an awful show.
Yeah.
And even my set was pretty awful. Like the whole show was kind of bad, and I bombed, and it was like, why? But I was just starting out. I was like 1 or 2 years in, and so, you know. But I'm trying to. There's got to be a better one that I'm not thinking of here. Yeah. Oh, I lost my scholarship in college.
Okay.
That was a tough blow.
What was the scholarship for?
It was an academic scholarship.
You lost an academic scholarship.
Lost it
because you played basketball so badly. that would just be funny if that's how that worked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, I lost my athletic scholarship because of academic reasons.
Right.
So please tell me how this worked out.
Well, the only reason, you lose academic scholarships by not having good academics.
Same thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same. So like you have to keep a certain GPA or they don't pay you to go there anymore.
Yeah.
So
had you gotten a couple warnings, like you need to get this together?
No warnings.
It was like bam.
Yeah. The deal was you have to keep above a C. I think it was like a 3.0, something like that. It'd keep like and I got like a D in one course, and I remember going to the specific professor who gave me this D before she gave it to me, just trying to like beg. I'm like, look, it's gonna be some pretty severe ramifications if you do what I think you're gonna do. And they were like, yeah, I can't help you. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And so of course you blame that person, but when you're to blame. But yeah.
What subject was it? What was this?
My mom was pissed.
Yeah.
She's like, we got to pay for you to go to school. Yeah. We had a good thing here.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, it's her fault.
Yeah.
So it was.
Yeah, it's good. It was. What class was it?
Oh, what was it? It was a communications class. Yeah. Oh my God. Fucking communications.
Were you not doing? Was there homework, or was it like a speaking, like a public speaking type of communication?
Or did you just think your teacher was mad at you the whole time, so you didn't go?
No, I don't know what it was. It was broadcast journalism class.
Okay.
And that was my major, broadcast journalism. But yeah, the assignments were easy. Mm-hmm. It was I don't know. I don't really remember much about it. But
Yeah, Ansley, you got a D. What do you expect them to remember about this class?
fucking Vandora Williams. God bless her.
Yeah, that was your professor?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love her now. She's come to comedy shows.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow.
And I've as you can see, I didn't think of it for a while. I've forgot about it pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's big because, again, I don't know what level of, or where you stood in your family going to college. Like when I went to college, I wasn't the first person in my family to go to college, but I think I was the first person to graduate, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Although the first person that went to college ended up graduating after me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm
so
glad they closed the deal.
Oh yeah, they were crushing it in college. They just couldn't stay in one. They just kept transferring all over the country.
Interesting.
So, how disappointed was your family that you lost the scholarship? Were they worried you were now going to get kicked out of college? Was this bigger to them than it ended up actually being, or how did that all blow up?
No, not yeah. It didn't blow up. They knew it was just a fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And just me being lazy.
Okay.
Because I had a 4.0 in high school. And I was I had and that's how I got the academic scholarship, of course.
Yeah.
And so I've gotten straight A's my entire life, and I got straight A's when I was in college.
Yeah.
Other than just one fucking D.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, they didn't care much about any bigger meaning of it. It's just how and why.
Mm-hmm.
Get your fucking shit together.
Did you get your shit together?
I got my shit together.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I did. Graduated summa cum laude.
That's what happens when you grow up with a mom and a dad. You fuck up one time, they tell you to get your shit together, you get your shit together. Good God.
Yep. And they don't say get your shit together.
Yeah.
Is that where we've been
Did you say
messing up?
Eric?
Because we say that at our kids already.
You say it early, so you have that language down
Yeah.
when they're older, and then you
Right.
can just be like, Finn. And then then he knows what all the rest of it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Because if
Give
they
that
said
look.
get your shit together, I wouldn't be so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
See?
They didn't yell at me.
True. Okay.
You might be doing it right.
We might be.
You might be. I don't know. We have to check back with Eric after Finn goes to college.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. He maybe he won't need relationship counseling.
yeah.
No, he'll still need it. He'll still need it.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
all need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For different reasons. He'll need it.
He's coming from us as parents. He'll need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing. That is a, what is it? Gut chakra unlocked. I appreciate that.
Oh, I keep thinking y'all.
No, I mean, you can. Dude, you're allowed to be appreciative too. We're not going to stop you from being appreciative. You're allowed. We know your love language.
You guys are amazing. This is great. You guys are amazing. CJ Bowles is greatest podcast ever.
Oh man, talking about the God's ears. Is that how you pray? Is that praying? So, all right, Ansley, keep it moving.
All right, Eric, we're at the heart chakra. What have you learned from grief?
Ooh, that's the deepest question right there. I grieve different. Kendrick Lamar. So the only thing that's coming to mind right now is the fact that I like to talk about grief.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I've learned from grief, is that I like to talk about it. And what helps me get through grief is talking about it. Candace is the opposite. Candace is like, I don't like to relive things. We don't need. I like to get through things by not talking about it. I'm like, well, yeah. And so it's like a lot of times I would fuck up because I bring things up that people Candace don't like to talk about. But because I know that's what helps me.
Yeah.
So yeah, Like I have to tell myself to leave things alone because certain people might not want to talk about it. They might not want to talk about their grief.
Yeah.
But I know that what helps me is I love to talk about my loved ones when they die.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my Uncle Shooter, I like to talk about him. My Uncle Keith, I like to talk about him. You know, Chris Cotton, Mike Brooks. You know, I like to talk about him. And not only talk about them, but talk about them passing.
Yeah.
Right. Talk about their life and them passing, which it not in a morbid way, but just how fucking fucked up I feel like it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like how much of a void it leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to talk about that. So I think from grief, I learned that, you know, that's one way I like to grieve. Okay.
Now, one of the follow-up questions that I would ask during this, you already answered, which is what are some examples where you use that technique? You just explained that already. So what I'm going to ask, would that be in your way to handle grief, knowing that other people are silent when they handle grief? Like, how do you do that when you have two different ways of handling grief, with yours being talk and theirs being not talk? Like, where do you find a different place to have those conversations, or do you still manage a way to have those conversations with the people that don't want to have them?
Yeah, I think it's the latter. I think I try to manage having them with the people who don't want to have them. But I just make sure it's not about their grief.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like I talk about my grief.
Yeah.
But if it's a shared grief, like if we both lost something, then I don't talk about it.
Okay.
So I yield or indulge to their, you know, their preferred pattern, or, you know, their preferred grieving, preferred way of grieving.
So you just have other people within your circle that you'll then talk.
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
right. People with whom don't share the same grief.
Yeah.
Like we're close friends, but it's my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can talk to you about my grief.
Gotcha.
Like I'll bring it up and talk about it.
Okay. Dude, Erik's circle is insane.
Yeah.
His circle of friends and family. It's like, I don't get jealous about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I was actually one of the, I was one of the people early on when he would like always bring like a bunch of friends and stuff to shitty shows.
Yeah.
Like, I was one of the people early on. I was like, Erik, dude, these people are nice people. Stop bringing them to these fucking shows. Stop it. It's rude. It's rude.
Yeah.
It was like,
and Sidney was right, because as you can see, the very first things I brought up
Yeah.
was fucking bringing people to the shitty shows.
Yeah. Dude, it would be like, you would like when you were on a good show with Erik, you'd be like, oh, at least he's bringing them to a good show. But you know, when you knew you were on a shitty show and Erik was also on the show, dude, we did a show recently at Tattooed Moms, and I didn't know how it was going to be, and I knew Erik was going to be on it. I was just like, man, his friends are going to fucking hate this show. But it's going to be a good show.
It
did. Be a good show.
Did.
But yeah, it was like, I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm on shows with him or see him on a show, I'm just like,
yeah. And I'm a much more like seasoned comic at this point. I know to not invite people to that.
yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Well,
But yeah, that was a good one.
yeah. So Erik, thank you for sharing that about grief. Really appreciate that. Grief Chakra for sure unlocked. Shout out to Chris Cotton and Michael Brooks.
Hell yeah.
Very important people to us in the comedy scene. Ansley, keep it. I try to bring them up as often as possible.
Oh yeah.
I like to roast them as much as possible.
Nice.
It's just funny.
Oh,
to
that's
me.
beautiful.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
because you know that's what they would want.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So, Ansley, keep it moving.
All right. Erik, this is the throat chakra.
Ooh.
What is a favorite lie that you tell or have told? You get extra karmic points if it's still in rotation.
Well, okay. The favorite lie that I've ever told.
Yeah. You get extra karmic points if it's one that's still in rotation. But
doesn't
it's okay.
It doesn't
If
have
it's
to be a current lie.
No.
But if it is, we like it.
Yeah.
Ooh, fuck. Ooh, yeah. I mean, I'm not like a liar. I don't think I like lie a lot.
We've had like 50 people on here, and we've heard that 47 times. The other 3 was like, I love lying. I lie all the time.
Oh shit! No, I do. But I was gonna follow that up by saying I do lie.
Okay.
Like I definitely lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say all the time, but maybe I do. I don't know. I researched it, and it says that we all lie in every conversation.
Yeah.
See, Candace?
Like we tell at least one lie in every conversation we have.
Yeah.
Like niggas be lying. We be lying.
Yeah.
I don't know, but no. See, I want to come up with a good one though, because I have a few that I do think are in rotation.
I like that you think they're in rotation.
Yeah.
That compels me to want to know more about those lies.
Right. So you know what? Well, here's one. Because when's this podcast coming out? When's this episode coming out? Do you know?
So 1, 2, 3, either 3 or 4 weeks from now.
3 or 4 weeks from now. Okay, so by that time,
I like this calculation.
Yeah, I do.
yeah.
Carry the lie.
Okay.
Ooh, I just thought of another good one. Okay, so I'll share 2 real quick. So and they're both in rotation.
Oh hell yeah.
Okay. So, but this first one won't be in rotation in 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, nice. I like this. I love this.
Because in 3 or 4 weeks, she will be showing.
Oh my God, Eric, are you kidding me?
Yeah, pregnant.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
We've been keeping it up for a while.
Yeah. Holy man. Dude, can I hug you right now?
Yeah.
God,
I appreciate it.
That's so awesome.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Wow.
I appreciate it.
Wow.
Yep. It is Candace, by the way.
Yeah. Oh man.
So
dude, I'm so happy for you. But yeah, keep going. I'm so sorry, man. I'm like crying a little
yeah.
bit.
This is great.
Yeah.
This is great. Oh man, that's awesome. It's funny because I was gonna do this because tomorrow we're recording Stand Up Guys, and I was going to do this on that, and I'm doing this before that.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm doing this before that on something that will be released after that.
Yeah. Nice.
Which is
that
funny.
is funny. Yeah.
So that will also be like a little bit of a reveal, but it'll be revealed sooner. But this was recorded first.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so pumped.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And so I guess the one lie is that.
But by the way, if you haven't figured it out yet, his wife is pregnant.
Yeah, right.
We haven't actually said it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, by now you would have seen it on social media.
Yeah, and they lying about it. Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's the one lie is that obviously that there's no pregnancy, but the other lie is of course that we're both for some reason dry, right? And so we're both big drinkers. Like we drink a lot. Anyone close to us has got to be like, what the fuck is up?
Yeah.
Right? Like why are they not drinking? And I'm doing it, to make her feel better, out of solidarity.
Yeah.
That's
And like
nice.
sometimes I have a drink like when she's not around, but I don't drink in front of her.
Yeah.
But so.
But
So
now
yeah,
she's dry now.
Right. All the more reason.
Yeah.
Right, residency.
Yeah.
But anyway, the other one that I feel like is interesting, right, is that I was talking to you before the podcast about the fact that you were like where do you live right now, and I was like, because nobody knows. People ask me that all the time, and I lie. I lie for booking reasons. Like I tell Philly people I live in Philly. I tell New York people I live in New York. And you can say I live in both places.
Yeah.
Or you can say I live in neither place, but technically I live in Philly.
Okay.
Technically I live in West Philly. Now, my wife did my wife did buy a duplex. She did buy a duplex that I live in sometimes, from time to time. So you can also say I live in New York City adjacent.
Yeah.
Because it's in like North Bergen, Hudson County. It's like 20 minutes out of Manhattan. So yeah, that's a big lie. I tell it gets me booked more in the areas where I tell the lie.
Hell yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
to anyone who doesn't live, well, to people in Philly, I say I live in Philly. But if to anybody else, I live in New York City.
Yeah.
Not even only the people who live in New York City. Of course them, but anywhere else in the country, I live in New York City.
Okay. And if you're watching this, living in a place, considering booking him, he lives near you.
Yeah.
Book the man. He lives near you.
Yeah. Or I live in New York City.
Yeah.
Because they pay you more.
Yeah, fair
When
enough.
they
Fair enough.
think you live in
Especially
New York
when
City.
you're taking it back to that Philly tax bracket. But, yeah, let's stop him now before he tells more lies.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's 3 so far. That might be a record.
It might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for sharing that. And man, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Right.
I'm so excited for you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. And also to everyone in Knicks Fantasy Football League. I lied to them all and said that I left the league because it was PPR instead of the fact that me and Nick had a big argument.
I tried to stop before that came out.
Yeah, I know. I'm
He
just
got that at the buzzer.
Yeah.
He got
What
a
else?
lie
What
off
else?
at the
What
buzzer.
else? What else?
Yeah, man, that was like, actually, it's like, is that a throat chakra unlocked, or do we need more to know for sure?
Yeah.
You know? But no, we'll call that a throat chakra unlocked, for sure unlocked.
Yeah.
Throw the key
Yeah,
on that one. That is open.
Yeah.
All right, Ansley, keep it moving.
All right. So this is the third eye chakra. So we're out of the physical and into the metaphysical. So Eric, what is something that you'd always thought of as separate, but as you've gotten older, you've learned that it's really the same?
Something I thought was separate things
Yeah.
that I've learned is the same.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I go spiritual and say God and love, but oh man, is this normal that people pause for 10 seconds after you ask these questions?
This question
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Do you like clip it out of the podcast?
No.
No, just a little dead air.
Nah, everybody gets the full, genuine experience that you have. I feel like that makes it more real because I think people also recognize that they might get tripped up on this question as well.
Yeah.
Watching, and they like listening to and watching a person process it kind of helps them process it in their own world as well.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's a very good reason to not freaking edit stuff out. Jeez. Okay. But you're talking about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You said the word metaphysical. What's that mean?
It's just trying to prep you that this one's going to be a little like ethereal, like this is going to be kind of like a mental question versus
But
like.
so it could be something physical.
Yes,
But I guess that
absolutely.
would be impossible.
No.
Maybe.
I mean,
I don't
let's
know.
hear it out. Yeah, we're willing to hear anything.
I don't know. I didn't have anything in mind.
Yeah.
I was just asking.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed it, but we don't debate with the person's answers. If that's what
Yeah.
you think it is, like, that's what he said.
Oh man. Something that I thought was separate that you realize is the same. If I thought about this question more, I would have a better answer. My answer is weak as shit.
Okay.
Super weak. I'm wasting y'all's time right now. I apologize. All of you. I'm
You'd be
wasting.
surprised how dumb we are.
We're still going to ooh and ah.
Yeah, I
probably.
know.
Like,
I know. It's
ooh.
probably going to be the most profound thing we heard all day.
It's not, is it? Weakest. I'm wasting everybody's time. So just because just thinking about comedy and social media is mainstream. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So it's super niche super comedy related, which not. I mean, I don't know how many people. I mean, there's nothing but comedians,
Yeah.
that you pretty much comedians that you like, have on. So I guess they are interested in comedy.
Yeah.
I hate to alienate people when I talk about comedy because it's kind of like all I think about, Candace and comedy. But
she's sick and tired of hearing about comedy.
right. Yeah, and people who watch my set are sick of hearing about Candace. But yeah, so it's like I think we like people, those of us that hate social media, because of course social media is a chore, if you're like an entertainer. And so it's like some of us fight it, it's like we don't want to do TikTok. We don't want to, be doing social media shit. It's like we just want to break into mainstream. Like, can I just be mainstream already? But we have to eventually bite the bullet and say that, okay, this is mainstream.
Yeah.
And so,
Man, I needed to hear this.
Yeah,
it's just like, holy shit, Eric, what are you doing, dude? You're making me feel like I got to get my shit together now.
Yeah, we all got to get our shit together.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to interrupt you, man. Keep going.
Yeah, no, like so like if we don't have like hundreds of thousands of followers, then it doesn't feel that way. It's like, oh, it's not mainstream. It's social media.
Yeah.
It's just social media. But how does it become that?
Gotcha.
It has to be mainstream to you.
Yeah.
So it's mainstream.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that is, I don't want to ask more questions about this because I feel lazy now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great answer, man. I like that. I like that.
We look at mainstream as TV and film, and it's like until I break into that, until I'm on Netflix, I'm not mainstream. It's like, how can I get mainstream? But you can't just like send an email and become mainstream.
Yeah, I tried once.
Yeah. Yeah, I try every day.
Yeah. I mean, but that's something also that's important to remember is if you have a goal, whatever goal you have in mind, you're also choosing all of the consequences of that goal as well.
Yeah.
And unless you can wrap your mind fully around that, then you don't truly want that goal.
Yeah.
And that's a hard truth.
Wow.
Yeah. So, that's why I'm getting fucked up with you saying what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, damn, is he just reminding me that maybe I don't want it that bad? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's, but no, I want it. So, but definitely a third chakra unlocked. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
It's a very good answer.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Why do I do that? I just stopped doing that.
I don't know, but I was really hoping it wasn't going to be profound and make me think. And you were like, you kind of said it was. You lied again.
Did I lie? There I go, being a fuck up.
Okay, so we are about to get into one more, and before I do that, I want to remind everybody you do have time to stick around for the Patreon, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. We're about to hop into the Patreon after this last question. $1 gets you all of our exclusive content. Not only the counter to this podcast, what we call Two Jack Bros After Dark, but also some fight commentary and analysis that we do on Ansley's Jiu Jitsu matches. Ansley,
Yes.
Let's get it.
All right. Eric, it is the crown chakra, final chakra. So what is one thing you can't give up and why? And what would giving it up mean?
Oh, comedy. Candace. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Candace. Candace comedy. I said the wrong order. I'm sorry. Hey, clip it out. Well, it came out wrong, baby.
Yeah. It was confusing.
Yeah. Yeah. The one thing, Candace.
Yeah.
Answer that question. Definitely Candace.
Candace.
Yeah.
Candace, baby. I'm sorry. How many times I gotta say it? Candace.
So what would giving up Candace mean?
Oh man. Well, yeah. It would mean giving up everything that means anything. It would mean giving up my life's meaning. Right? I mean, spend all my time. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. You know,
Yeah.
Candace. Give up my lifetime of investing in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
All the energy and the money and the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And Candace.
yeah. In Candace.
Yeah.
So it's like Candace is gonna work out. Mm-hmm. Candace has got to work out.
There's no plan B.
There is
Candace.
no plan B. There is.
Yeah.
There is no plan B. You heard the announcement.
Oh, she better not hate me after this stuff.
Oh man.
Ah, man. But yeah, man. Awesome answer.
Right.
Awesome answer. Man, Eric, that's pretty much it, man. How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel really good. This really works.
Nice.
Yeah. This is great. I'm feeling the chakras
Nice.
unlocked. Can I unlock one of y'all's or no?
If it happens, if the person just happens to do it, we had it happen the other day.
Yeah.
Romy Roser, she got us on the Patreon.
Ooh.
She snuck in. She finagled a little bit. Didn't realize it was happening until it happened.
I fucking love
Yeah.
Romy. Yo. Romy's amazing.
Yeah, she's fun.
Oh
She's fun.
yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah. And I also want to remind everybody to check out all of Erik Terrell's stuff. Stand Up Guys podcast that he does with Jake Matera. Terrell's Top 5, where he brings 3 people on and they discuss their top 5s and stuff. And also his stand-up special live at Helium on what platform was that again? Amazon Prime. Get on it. Get on it.
Killed it.
So
Killed it again.
We're going to hop on over to the Patreon, so join us over there. If not, we love you guys and thank you for the support. We are out of here.
See ya.
Two Jack Rose, two Jack